Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show.
Where the Miami Hurricanes fans at? Listen. Yo. Listen. We got to have a little talk before we get into some business tonight. I'm super excited and hyped to be here. The Miami Hurricanes are playing football tomorrow afternoon, and that means I'm hyped. That means I'm excited. Which brings me to a little point that I want to talk about before we get into the preview, the call-in show, the special player-parent guest tonight. I want to sit down and have a little chit-chat with you guys for a few minutes. I'm very appreciative of everyone being here tonight. Let's give some shout-outs to everybody who's here bright and early tonight. We got Kyle in the building. What's up, Kyle? How are you and Amber doing? We got Bradenton, Kane. We got Malik Savage. Phil Romano checking in. Troy Herring in the building. Kane's Football Talk. Good to see you, my man. Mr. Rubicon. Good to see you, bro. Robert, Bryce. Who else we got? Thomas Carter. Where's Crip? Where my man Crip at? Come on now, Crip. Where you at? Drago. We got Matthew Summit. North Kentucky Canes. Alex Bradley. Charles Israel. Crip will be checking in soon. Sadrak. Man, everybody in the building tonight. Nick 305 Canes. Tony, Alex. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys being here. But I want to talk for just a second before we get into the Middle Tennessee talk. Man, bro, I understand that hype is kind of low right now. And you know, that happens every single season. And it's not just the Miami Hurricanes, right? It's college football fan bases all around the country. Once the season starts, as long as you continue to win, the hype only rises, no matter who you're playing, because you know that you're undefeated, right? And what happens every single year is once we take a loss, you see the interaction drop everywhere. I'm talking the views on my channel drop, the interaction on Twitter drops, the turnout at Hard Rock drops, just the buzz and the talk about the Canes in general just absolutely plummets. And I'm here to say that, to be honest with you guys, I don't understand that. And the reason I say that is because you guys know that I preach about being critical. Constructive criticism is always welcome, and I expect us to set the standards high and hold the players and coaching staff accountable, right? But I've never understood the fans that decide, you know what, we're 2-1. We lost one game, so I'm just not going to even turn on the TV and watch the Canes play on Saturday afternoon. Huh? He said what? I don't understand that mindset, guys. I'm always excited to watch the Canes take the field. Even when we're down, I still love college football. I still love the Miami Hurricanes. And I'm not here to judge anyone's level of fandom, because that's not my place to do that. I'm not the fan police. But I'm just saying, these same people that are not going to turn on the game tomorrow, all because we lost last week, are the same fans that in February and March are going to sit back and be like, man, I wish we had some college football right now. Man, it's all we got's the NFL. Well, in March, that'll be over too. But they're going to be like, man, I wish I could watch my Canes. Live in the moment, bro. We are playing tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Live in the moment and enjoy the season, because you're going to be crying and complaining when college football is over. Enjoy this. It's so short. It's so short, and it will be over with before we know it. So all I want to say is, man, still just enjoy this opportunity to watch our Miami Hurricanes take the field. King David, 689, what's good, man? Doodoo, King Rowe, appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you. James Kane, good to see you, man. So I've never understood that mindset, that point of view. I don't get it. For me, our biggest goal this season, of course, national championship at the top. That's every team's goal. Let's keep it real. But for me, was an ACC championship game appearance. That's what I want to see. Texas A&M was a 17-9 loss. It was a non-conference loss. I'm not making excuses. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But at this point, guys, the coaches and players, I can promise you, have moved on. And we would want them to move on because we have another game to prepare for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So me as a fan, I have also moved on. I have also moved on, y'all. What's going on, Dean? Christopher Leonard?
To wear to you.
Good to see you guys.
On the side of your helmet.
So I'm super excited tonight. Hey, Kane's Football Talk in the building. What's up? Kane's Football Talk, can I ask you something while I sit you atop your throne? Would you accept me as a new bandwagon Dolphins fan? I've asked this on stream before, but would you accept me? Because I'm telling you that Mike McDaniel has won me over. Like, I'm tired of being a Cowboys fan. Like, I'm not loyal to the Cowboys. I never have been. Can I jump ship and be a Dolphins fan? Would you accept me? Jay Vickers, what's up? Can I be a bandwagon Dolphins fan? I make fun of people who jump around for college football teams, but I've never been loyal to the Cowboys. Do you want to know why I'm a Cowboys fan? Does anybody know why Coop is a Dallas Cowboys fan? I'm a Cowboys fan because I have some family that lives in Dallas, and one time I toured their stadium. That's literally it. That is literally it. Up until that point, I never even watched the NFL. I only watched college football games. So I said, you know what? I have to pick a team. I don't necessarily care for teal. So I said, I'll just be a Cowboys fan. So I became a Cowboys fan, and the rest is history. And ever since then, I have done nothing but regret it. I've done nothing but regret it since then. Can I come be a Dolphins fan?
This is what it takes.
Please. I'll get down on one knee, y'all. Please.
Yes, I will if you stay.
If I stay? Okay, deal. I'm thinking about putting out an official tweet, and I'll become a Dolphins fan for real. I'm actually being serious. Thank you for another $2 donation, my friend. Cypher says, because it's America's team. That's true. True, it's America's team, right? So we're going to see. So let's get into this tonight, guys. We have a very special player-parent guest coming on at roughly 8:30. So I need you guys to show her some love. Show her some love, man. I don't care how hype or not hype you are about the game tomorrow. I understand it's Middle Tennessee, but show the player-parent some love tonight, y'all. I'm very appreciative of her taking time out of her night to join us. So let's dive in. The number 25, 2-1 Miami Hurricanes taking on the unranked 2-1 Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ACC Network at Hard Rock Stadium. So yes, I will have links for you guys tomorrow. If you need that, if you don't have ACC Network, you know, they call me the link man for a reason. You can pop in on my stream and I'll hook you up. We already discussed the Aggies. I told you guys it's not the end of the world. Let's move on. So I do want to give one more quick shout out and thank you guys for 19,000 subscribers on this channel. We hit that last week during the Texas A&M game. Can we possibly hit 20,000 by the end of the year? We're 1,000 subscribers away. I don't know. Maybe if y'all tell your aunt, your uncle, your baby mama, your baby daddy, the cat down the street, we just might be able to do it. But thank you guys so much for all the love up until this point, man. 6 years on YouTube, 19,000 subscribers would not be possible without you. I'm just a crazy Canes fan who turns on a camera and talks. That's it. So I owe all of my thanks to you guys. Let's get a weather report for tomorrow's game. Of course, we already discussed it is at Hard Rock Stadium. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. Potentially some scattered thunderstorms. We're looking at mid-80s around kickoff, but about a 50% chance of precipitation. So, you know, dress accordingly. Be prepared just in case we have a little, you know, shower or two roll through. So just be prepared for that, but not as blistering hot as it has been. But also just keep in mind, I want everyone to know that you need to make sure that you stay safe, because I've seen the talks of the potential hurricane that is going to be rolling through. Fiona, I think is what they're calling it. Fiona, is that right? Talking about category 2, 3, 4 hurricane potentially rolling through Florida. So please, please, please just use your best judgment and stay safe. They're talking about that kind of middle of the week. So just be careful, y'all. I care about you. I care about you. So I want you to be safe. A uniform combo for tomorrow is white hats, orange jerseys, white pants. Again, nothing too flashy yet. It's Middle Tennessee. It's an afternoon game. We're not going to break out the Miami Knights jerseys tomorrow or anything like that. Plus, that'd be way too dang hot, man. It'd be way too dang hot. VT lost. Yeah, wild, man. JT Daniels in West Virginia. Woo! Man. Woo! Are y'all saying hold on. Y'all are saying Virginia is losing? Hold up. Hold up. What? This is why I'm saying, y'all, people are calling me a homer. They're calling me crazy, but I'm telling you, I understand that we've still had some struggles this season. It hasn't all been unicorns and rainbows, but the Coastal is there for the taking, bro. Just like it has been for the better part of, I don't even know how many years. The Coastal is there for the taking if we can step up to the plate. Jump in the driver's seat, bro. Jeez Louise, man. The Coastal is always such a mess every year. We have to take control of that, man. We have to take control of it. I mean, what do y'all want me to say about MTSU? Honestly, that I haven't already said in the preview video. It's a Conference USA team at the end of the day. Their quarterback, Cunningham, I believe is in his 5th season in college. He knows their offense very well. They like to get the ball out quickly. Their running back, Peasant, is a physical downhill runner, but we said the same about Frank Gore Jr., and we held him to, what, 10 yards? So I think we'll be okay. My biggest takeaway going into this game and what I need to see is us experimenting a little bit and perfecting our red zone play calling. We know that was a struggle last week, and I'm actually in that group of fans that says, you know what, I went back and watched the game again, and it wasn't quite as bad as I initially thought. I would like for Gaddis to, have a little more of a killer instinct. I would like for him to maybe open it a bit, but we've also seen there's some trust issues, right, in a couple of position groups. TVD has still not looked quite himself. There's some chemistry issues there, some timing, some footwork in mechanic stuff with Tyler Van Dyke as well. So what I want to see is some more experimenting on Saturday, because this is our last chance against an inferior opponent before we open up with ACC play. So I feel like this game is so important. And that's what I'm trying to explain to Canes fans. It's so important. Let's deliver a beatdown on these guys tomorrow, but more importantly, let's work out those final few kinks that we need to work out before we go into the bye, and then we go up against UNC. So we need to get, in my opinion, maybe the tight ends more involved. Let's get some more passes to Mallory, or in my opinion, Arroyo. I would love to see more of that guy in there. And then let's find a true deep threat wide receiver. And one thing that I want to say is I feel like Keyshawn Smith has been playing pretty well. And I'm not just saying that because Gloria is a fan of the show. Gloria, if you're watching, Keyshawn has been playing pretty darn well. Where is Frank Ladson? Where is Frank Ladson, y'all? We're talking about the receiver we picked up from Clemson out of the transfer portal. 6'3", roughly 205 pounds. He has 2 receptions so far this season. 3 games in and he has 2 receptions. So whether that be him not getting separation, whether that be us not targeting him regularly, maybe we're not rotating him enough into the game, I feel like Ladson could and should be a deep threat for us, but he's not been so far this season. So where is Frank Ladson, man? Let's get the tight ends more involved. Some Skinner, sure. Let's see Skinner, bro. Absolutely. So this is our last chance, man. Our last chance before ACC play. So, bro, we got to get this thing figured out. Got to get it figured out. Hey, what's going on, Bergie? It's good to see you, man. You came in just in time, Bergie. So, Cypher, I'm going to show something. All right. You guys saw the supposed newspaper article, correct? I wanted to showcase the newspaper article thing one more time, because this is going to lead me into my next segment, and then we're going to bring on the special guest player parent tonight. Kobe Young would be huge. Yeah, absolutely. So let me read this in case you guys missed my preview video, and a lot of people did, because again, hype is a little low, which is fine. But I want to read this clip from a Tennessee newspaper here. YouTuber Coach Coop stormed his way onto Middle Tennessee campus yesterday afternoon to insult our proud school. Let me finish. He apparently was flashing Miami gang signs near the campus sign No doubt trying to cause drama. Good thing our Blue Raiders have something special waiting for him and the Hurricanes on Saturday. I'm going to let that one simmer for a second. I'm going to let that one simmer for y'all for just a second. I don't think you guys, I don't think you understand what I just read. So apparently I stormed the campus, which, by the way, I mean, I did. Where are the other pictures? Like, I did. I drove 3 hours to the Middle Tennessee campus. A lot of people missed the preview video. I drove, let me find the pictures. Bro, I drove 3 hours there and 3 hours back home to literally do this. Middle Tennessee State University. There's a reason why that Y is missing, by the way. So I drove all the way there to throw up the U on their campus. We took some time to, to post up, under their sign. We drove around campus. I checked out the football field, all that stuff. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. Cost me about $70 in gas. Very, very poor financial decision. When looking at this thing as a business, very irresponsible. But I'll tell you what, if I have an opportunity to do it again, I will do it again. Absolutely. So what I wanted to do, I'm going to send the StreamYard link over to my special guest, player parent, for tonight. Give me just a moment. I'm going to send that link over to them. But while we wait for her to come into the show, I wanted to take a moment and teach you guys these Miami gang signs. So if you can sit tight for just a second here, I'm going to teach y'all some of the Miami gang signs that I was throwing up at Middle Tennessee State University. So give me just a moment here. I'm ready for this. You guys are going to learn something tonight. You guys didn't know that, I was in a gang, did you? You guys didn't know. So hold up. Let me send the information over. If my special player parent guest is in the stream, we'll bring you on here at about 8:30, but I'm going to go ahead and send the link over to you. So I'm going to go ahead and send that over to her. We're going to DM that over. Okay. All right, give me just a second, guys. I'm going to teach you these Miami gang signs, okay? Hold on just a second. I can't stop laughing, man. All right, should we cue up some music or something? Like, how do I do this, man? How do I do this? So, I mean, how do I do this? Okay, let me put on some music or something. Let's put on some music. That's what we'll do. So it's not just silent. Let's put on some music here real quick. All right, y'all. I'm going to show y'all some of these gang signs. Now, don't be going and throwing these up in front of your mama, all right? Don't blame Coop, okay? Hold up. Let me fix this because I'm trying to fit the agenda that they're trying to put together here for us. So, hold up. Let me change. Real quick. While we wait on our guest. Let's be who they want us to be. Huh? Who they think we are. Alright, so I'm going to teach y'all these Miami gang signs, okay? Some of you might be familiar with them, some of you might not be. But the first one that I threw up on their campus is this one right here, okay? You ready? Alright, one more time. I'm going to do it in slow-mo, okay? I'm going to do it in slow-mo. Now that one got them going. Okay, at that point, we're approached by campus security. Hey, what's up? What's going on? They're approaching my camera person. And I'm like, bro, chill. Okay? And they're like, what's up with these gang signs, man? What are you doing? You can't be doing that. So then I proceeded to throw up another one. You guys might be familiar with this one. Are you ready? Here we go. You take this hand. You do this. Woo! One more time. One more time for those that need it. Slow motion. Slow motion, baby, okay? Bring them together. Bring them together, okay? Like this, like this. Miami gang signs, y'all. What can I say? What can I say, bro? Now, I know I'm probably about to lose some subscribers, okay? I'm probably about to lose some subs for that. It is what it is, man. You know, they put us in the paper. I did what I had to do. I told y'all they call me the hype man for a reason. We're generating hype for the game no matter what. No matter what, baby. We are. So if you want to share that around on social media, you're more than welcome to. I realize that was shocking for some. It definitely was for Middle Tennessee State University. They were very shocked. So we're going to bring on the special guest parent here in about 5 minutes. I'm very excited for this, man. Very, very excited for you guys to meet this player parent tonight. In the meantime, be thinking about your score prediction. The $500 score prediction contest is still active. You can call in tonight once we open up the phone lines, predict the correct score. You win 500 buckaroos. It's as simple as that. Did you like that, Thomas? How many of you guys knew those gang signs? Can I get a yes or no? Can we get some interaction in the chat? How many of you knew those gang signs? Are you guys in the gang too? Oh, snap. Are we all in the gang? Wait a minute. Are we all in the gang? Oh, boy. I did not know. I did not know. Oh, snap. Y'all are in it too? Okay. I've sent it over to the special guest. Few more minutes here. We'll wait for her to arrive. Y'all are in the gang. Let's go. Where did I get that ski mask? That came from Sniper Gang. I think it has something to do with Kodak. I don't know. I could be absolutely crazy. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Kodak. That came from Sniper Gang Apparel. You guys already saw my score prediction for this week, man. Listen, it's Middle Tennessee. Like I said, bro, they're a Conference USA team. They're going to score, you know, a little bit. But I got the Canes kind of getting back on track, 42-10. We're not talking Bethune-Cookman numbers. We're not putting up 70. But we're going to put up a little more than we did against Southern Miss. I think we come out frustrated. I think we take out some of those frustrations on them. And again, I need to see that killer instinct. That's really and truly what I want to see is that killer instinct return, man. Foot on the throat, foot on the gas. You like Kodak Black? He's okay. He's okay. I mean, I listen to Kodak, NBA Youngboy. I listen to a little bit of everything, man. Justin Bieber, you know, we mix it up, bro, you know. Hey, what's going on, Crip? Should be a 50 burger, but not happening. Yeah, it's that thing again. I don't hate this Josh Gaddis offense, y'all. I don't. I see some good things about it, man. I do. So our special guest picker, our special guest player parent has arrived in the back of the studio here. Now, I want to see some guesses as to which player parent this is. I want to see if anybody here can get it right. So I see you in the back room, my player parent guest here. Don't tell them, okay? Don't tell them. I think you can hear me. Don't tell them. I'm going to give them your name because it's going to be on the screen, but I'm not going to tell them whose player you are. Y'all are guessing. You can't even see her, bro. Y'all can't even. How you go? X-Man's mom, TVD's mom. You ain't even seen her yet, bro. Come on now. What are y'all doing? Hold up a second. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's bring her in the building. I don't even know. Come on now. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure out how to work all this thing. Professional streamer here, you know. Okay. So let's bring her in. Introducing Introducing my very special player parent guest tonight, Candace. Y'all show her some love. Come on. Clap it up, y'all. Candace, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much for taking some time out of your night tonight to join us. I know that I personally appreciate it, and I know that Canes fans have been excited about this as well. So I'm going to put up a picture of your son down below us here in just a moment. You won't be able to see it, but everyone else will. And I want to see if they can guess who this is. Let's see. Okay. What do we got? Nope. Not seeing the right answer. Nope. Oh, wait. I do see some right answers in the chat. Okay. You guys are getting it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it up. You guys got it. Introducing Candace, a.k.a. parent of Miami Hurricanes running back number 20, Terrell Walden II. Let's go. Some of them got it. All right, so Candace, tonight what I like to do, if you've seen any of the previous player-parent segments, we've had Keyshawn Smith's mother on the show, Gloria. We've had Andy Borregales' mother on the show, Vivian. And what I like to do is take a few minutes to get to know your son, Terrell, a little bit more, and also to get to know the parent behind the player, to get to know Candace a little bit better. So I wanted to start just talking about Terrell. I had posted a video about him when he signed on with Miami back in, I believe, February. I think that was back in February, and not a lot of people knew that he was a preferred walk-on that had joined the Miami Hurricanes. So I wanted to bring some attention to that because I'm actually a big fan of Terrell. You may not know this, but I had been following him a little bit in high school. So I was a big fan of Terrell and was very excited to see him join the Canes. But I wanted to start by asking you what it was like when he scored that first touchdown in the Bethune game. What was that like for you from your point of view? Because if you guys don't know, Terrell did score his first touchdown as a Cane in the very first game against Bethune. So what was that moment like for you?
So, all right, to be honest, I had a headache. So when so I couldn't enjoy his moment. My sisters, my niece, my family, the crowd went wild, they enjoyed it. For me, I was like this, and I was like, oh my God, record it, please, record it. So I couldn't enjoy it like I normally would. But then also I didn't feel anything because I've watched my kids score like 99 million touchdowns, literally.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't feel, I wasn't so excited. And I know a lot of people from the headache, but he was very, very excited. He was on cloud 29.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and I mean, my family, everybody was there. He has a phenomenal support system, so everybody was there, and they recorded it, and it's like everybody went wild, send me pictures, and I was over here like this. Oh my God, my head is killing me because I'm not used to having to be in the sun and everything for so long.
So you were there at Hard Rock?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so I was not prepared. I did rookie mistake number one. And I came out there in the heat and then and I knew he had to wait to the end. So when it got to the end and he scored, I sucked. I was like the worst player ever. I was just like this. Like,
well, hey, hopefully there will be plenty more in the future. So you'll get to experience some without a headache.
Yeah.
So, and I also wanted to ask you, I know that back in high school when Terrell played, I'm just kind of ballparking some of these numbers here, but it looks like his senior year, he totaled around 104 carries, 745 yards, 15 touchdowns. Like I said, I followed him a bit in high school. But as far as I know, he was never given any stars. And I'm not a guy who's big on stars, just to be honest, being totally upfront, transparent with you. But as Terrell's mother, did that put a chip on his shoulder at all? Like, did that bother him with them not giving him any stars in high school?
It did, and I left it that way for a reason. I didn't I asked, and I said, well, hey, what is this with the stars? Because Terrell keeps talking about stars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a couple of people that gave me, you know, their interpretation of this whole star thing. And I mean, I did take him to 2 football camps, like three. He did phenomenal at the 3 camps. And the star thing didn't come. So he kind of got a little aggravated, but I didn't pursue it because I wanted him to go through that to understand, you know, he has to continue to work everything times 2. So he has to do everything times 2. Whatever he's doing, double.
Right.
And he did, you know, he did it. So I didn't put too much stock in the stars either.
Okay, that's fair. And as I said, it's the same thing. Miami fans will sit here and preach about some of the great players that have played at the University of Miami came in with no stars, 1 star, 2 stars. So yeah, it really did actually surprise me personally whenever I saw that. But same thing, you know, not really making that big a deal out of it. Did Terrell want to be a Miami Hurricane? That's kind of a loaded question, right? But he did.
He did, but I allowed him to, you know, venture out and see other things. And,
right.
And then ultimately it came down to one day he had to make a decision. And I was like, that's it. You have to decide. I'm not going back and forth anymore. When you wake up in the morning, what is your final decision? And he gave his final decision. And that was it. Because that recruiting is awful. It's a lot.
Yeah.
God bless any parent that has to go through it after me. I swear it's awful. So finally I just told him, hey, that's it. Stick with one decision. And then he said, I want to go home. And I said, perfect. All right.
So can you give us any insight on, with him being a preferred walk-on at Miami, can you give us any insight to that? When I say that, can you give us any insight to that process? I just mean as in, like, did they reach out and contact Terrell? How did that go down with him choosing, I guess, Miami, so to say?
Well, he applied like normal, like a regular student, and then he would go through the process of saying, you know, he was interested in sports, and then he got on the list for recruiting, and then they contacted him. Okay. So he had to apply like a normal student would, and get accepted and do all that the right way, and then he said, hey, I'm interested in sports, and then they contact you.
Okay, cool. So, was he always interested in football growing up? Is that something that was a hobby of his?
Yeah, so he played football, basketball, baseball, and track. He ran track.
Oh, he was an all-around athlete.
Yeah, if it was rock throwing, he could do rock throwing too. But yeah, football, yes. He played football since he was 4, and then he kind of took on basketball for a little while, and then one day one of his friends was playing baseball. He said, I want to do that, and I was like, you never played before. He went out there and he hit the ball and he ran around all the bases and everything. He made an all-star team, and then he went on the travel team. So who knew? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself because I'm a smaller frame dude, and I played football in high school, and I'm so mad because why didn't I play a less contact sport? Like, I should have played baseball or basketball or something. Like, I shouldn't have played football, man. I'm so upset with myself. But what about?
Oh, it takes forever. Baseball, one baseball game is so brutal. It'll make you quit.
Oh yeah. It is. Yeah, and I played baseball growing up until that point, up until high school, and then I flipped it and made it football. And now I'm like, man, I could be out there, you know, just chewing some tobacco, sitting around looking up at the stars, waiting for the ball to come my way. But no, you know. So what about so I'm getting way off topic here. What about outside of football growing up? What were some of the things that he enjoyed? Was he a gamer? Like, what were some of his other hobbies? Fishing?
He
okay.
Dad. He loved to fish. He still loves to fish. He actually had his fishing rod and all the equipment in his trunk. So he would just stop somewhere on the side of the road and just fish. So he loves to fish. He is a gamer, and he actually builds computers.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So he just, you know, I think, but fishing is probably his biggest.
And you're not the first one to say that. So that actually probably works out well because I'm sure around there he's got some areas and stuff that he can fish and whatnot. So he probably loves that.
Yes. Well, now he doesn't get to do it because they're so busy.
Fair.
Yeah.
True.
But fishing, yeah. If he could, he would.
So let's get to let's transition a little bit and get to know Candace as well, the parent behind the player. So what are a lot of, it's funny because up to this, a lot of the parents aren't ready for this question. So take as much time as you need. And I want to see if one of your answers is the same as what everyone else has said. What are some of Candace's hobbies right now?
Gym.
Gym?
The gym. The gym is my peace of mind, my quiet place. I go to the gym, and besides that, spending time with my family and my friends.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And probably going to watch Terrell play games, right?
Yes, that's a given. That doesn't even count.
Right, I get that, and that's what the point I was going to make is you don't even have to mention it because that's what all the player parents do, right? Looking forward to watching your son play on Saturdays and stuff. Absolutely. What about for the Miami Hurricanes? Is there a particular game that you're most looking forward to this year?
Florida State, probably. Yeah.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you're going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be at every game. You don't have to.
Okay, you're going to all of them. Okay.
Every game. Yeah. Next 4 years.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I live in Tennessee, so I only get to make like 1 or 2 games this season. It surprises a lot of people. Everyone thinks that I live in Florida, but I could not miss the FSU game, so I'm definitely locked in for that one. Super excited. I'm hoping for a primetime night game. It's so much more fun. Hard Rock 8 p.m. kickoff is just an absolute blast. It's so much fun. So
he has a teammate, an ex-teammate that's on Florida State's team.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Yeah, Jaden Floyd is there, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, that game always seems to be personal. Last time I went to that one, I went to the matchup in 2018, and pregame, even just during the stretches and stuff, they had to bring out a bunch of officers and just separate everybody because they were just jawing back and forth and going at it. So it's always a very heated matchup for sure. This one is also kind of a just feel free to answer no matter what the answer is to this one. Do you have a favorite NFL team? No. Okay. That's all right. Most people are afraid to answer that because they think that they have to say the Dolphins since your son plays for the Miami Hurricanes, so they think you have to be a Dolphins fan. But I myself am a Cowboys fan, but I'm thinking about jumping ship and becoming a bandwagon Dolphins fan. So what I know I'm crazy. What about Terrell? Does he have an NFL team at all?
Yeah, the 49ers.
The 49ers, interesting. How did that happen? San Francisco?
You have to talk to him.
I got to talk to Terrell.
I don't want to make up anything. I just know, yeah, that's his team, the 49ers.
Okay, fair. What about, can we get a pick for you for tomorrow's game against Middle Tennessee? I mean, we got to ask. We don't know, you know?
I'm going to predict that we win.
Okay.
So, score-wise, I don't know. I think we'll get 21 points.
Okay, fair. I think it would be more if we get Terrell the ball more, in my opinion.
Of course. Naturally. Yeah. I mean, his time will come. His time will come. He's behind a talented group of kids, and he's learning, and Terrell has time. His time will come. But
Absolutely.
If he get a score, if he get out there, you know that. So he'll get you a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I preach a lot on this channel. I mean, look, we had Don Chaney Jr. go down, who is still currently down. Knighton dealt with injuries early on in the season, so you never know when your name is going to get called. So you got to be prepared for that. I'm sure that Terrell is working just as hard as the guys that are in front of him. You got to be ready for that moment. And that's why it put the biggest smile on my face seeing him get that touchdown against Bethune-Cookman. If you were here in my live hangout, I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was Knighton, then I thought it was Thad, and then I was like, no, wait, Terrell? That was Terrell! And then everyone started freaking out in the chat, and everybody was chanting his name and stuff. Everybody was so excited. It was an absolute blast.
That's awesome. I mean, think about that group, and it is a lot of them. And kudos to Coach Smith and Coach Barner for controlling that room. It is a lot of them. It's a lot of personalities. But one thing about it is they're grooming those younger guys. Mm-hmm. They help them and they guide them. And then vice versa, you might see Terrell on the sideline because he sees things a little differently. So you'll see him telling somebody, hey, the linebacker's coming this way, so don't go this way. Like, so they help each other. So it's a lot of competition there, but it's a lot of, unity. They help each other. And that's the only way they're gonna get through it. So if he get out there and he score, great. If he don't get out there, he's learning. You can always learn from somebody, even what not to do. So
exactly, and competition makes us all better, right?
Correct.
That's something that we always preach, and that's huge, especially at Miami, given the history. So what about with this the coaching staff? Have you had the opportunity to meet any of the current coaches, Kevin Smith, the running backs coach, or Mario Cristobal?
Cristobal, came up with Cristobal. He don't count, but yes, I have. I got to meet quite a few of the coaches, not even his position coaches, but quite a few of them. So they're doing something down there that's very special. I know it's hard to see. Mm-hmm. When you're on the outside looking in, but for me as a mom, I'm very strict. I'm very informed with anything with my son. If I approach you with it, I already got the answer, and I'm just waiting for you to give me your rendition of what's supposed to happen. So when I did meet his coaches and everything, I already knew X, Y, and Z, but I allowed them an opportunity to show me what they can do. And I do see Coach Smith with him is the grooming. He's grooming guys because he's taking the older guys who already had this culture in this way, plus the younger guys, and he's making all of them into one. So the grooming I see is phenomenal. That's what
awesome. I love to hear it because I do firmly believe that the team overall is in very good hands. I try to take my Cane's pride and, set it to the side and have a realistic outlook and approach when it comes to the Canes. And that's why I had put out a video on my channel yesterday saying, don't panic, don't freak out. Like we got a lot of solid takeaways, some positives and stuff we can pull over these first couple of weeks. And I honestly, I'm very excited for the direction that the team as a whole is headed. Do you guys in the chat have any questions at all for Candace, a.k.a. number 20, running back for the Miami Hurricanes, Terrell Walden II. Do you guys have any questions at all for Candace? And don't worry, Candace, we're not going to put you on the spot or anything like that. If anybody asks any kind of weird question, we'll just ignore it, or you can say pass. No big deal. But I like to end just seeing if anybody has any questions at all. They were hitting Vivian with some good ones last week. Now we got to get Terrell's got to get some merch out there at some point.
He did the NIL with Adidas and Fanatics. And,
he did? Okay.
So it's his jersey. You can purchase his jersey through Fanatics. The deal he has with Adidas, I have to look at it when I come down this weekend because he told me we're supposed to do something. I don't know, but he should be that coming up soon. And that's all we have for right now. Okay.
Well, just let me know. You have my information. When you figure something out. I love showing extra support for the players. Last week when we had Vivian on, or it might have been the week before, we were taking a look at Andy's shirt with the mustache. A bunch of people in the chat bought them. I myself bought one, and it came in the other day. So I love showing support for the players and helping them out. So please get me that information when you get a chance, and I'll push it out for you guys. What about let's see if we got any questions coming through here. Somebody wants to know if you have any funny or goofy stories about Terrell when he was a kid.
Yes. I will say the most memorable one. Terrell thought he was Spider-Man. And it was Halloween. And he was Spider-Man 24/7, first of all, let me just say.
All the time.
All the time. He would web you. I don't know if you saw the video with him saying that was him on his jersey when he was a baby. Mm-hmm. He webbed me because he got tired of me talking. That was his way of telling you, like, shut up. He would web me. So he's Spider-Man. And one Halloween, he just took off and we looked for him, and he was on the neighbor's roof. And he was about to jump down as Spider-Man.
Wow.
mortified. Yes, yes. That is my most memorable moment. I don't know if
bet.
it's creepy. I don't know what you call it, but this kid was Spider-Man to the T, and he would web you, and he would go. He was Spider-Man.
Oh, a real superhero.
Yes,
Dang.
yes. He called himself neighborhood hero. So I guess
Oh,
that's what he meant.
that's awesome. We try to ask for like one kind of juicy, embarrassing story because I bring a lot of the players onto my channel, so then we can kind of hold it above their head. You know, we'll poke in a fun way. In a fun way, by the
I don't
way.
know if he'll be embarrassed about that.
Yeah. We'll
Be like, yeah, that was me. I was Spider.
he'll be bragging about it.
Yeah.
So let's see. Somebody else, Baby Shack in the chat wants to know. He said, since Terrell likes to build computers, is he majoring in anything that's tech related, or do you have any information on that?
No, he decided not to. So he went the political science way. Political science and law. He decided not to, but he can still do it. He didn't want to study that.
That's fair. I'll be honest, it's probably smart because you can let him know if he ever wants to talk tech, hit me up. Because I was actually the lead technician at a computer shop for 8 years before I did this, and it pays well, but I'll just tell you it's super frustrating, super frustrating field to be in. Let's see, any more questions? Another one asking what is he going to school for? So we got that one. Matthew, we did talk about with him wanting to be a Miami Hurricane. He definitely did. Somebody said, does Terrell have a favorite fishing spot? A place that he always would hit up?
Well, here in Winter Garden, I don't know the exact name of it. I would have to ask his best friend Tyler, but they will go. It's a place close to home here in Winter Garden. They always went to.
Fair.
I don't know the name. I forgot.
That's fine. So I got we'll end on two final questions here. We'll hit you with some easy ones. Somebody just wanted to know if Terrell has a favorite food.
Yes, he does. Steak.
Steak?
Yes.
Okay, now wait. Here's the all-important question when it comes to steak. Rare, medium well. This is very important. This is very important.
This is my disclaimer. I don't eat meat, so I wish I could like phone a friend and call my mom right now and ask her which one is it, because he makes it himself a lot, so it's like kind of pink.
Does it have? Is it like very pink or just slightly pink in the center?
See my mom right in that. I think she probably. It's like I don't even pay attention.
Medium. Okay, they're filling us in. It looks like, man, these people are crazy. People, you got to cook it well done. No pink, no blood.
It's like, okay, it's not. No, one day it was bleeding. I think my niece had blood in it a little bit. So I don't know, but steak.
Oh man, we opened up a can of worms with this one. We're gonna be arguing for the next hour about how people consume their steak, how they cook it. Here they come. I already see it. Medium well, should be bleeding, medium. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Medium well sounds about right, because when we order in the restaurants, I think that's what he gives me.
Okay, fair. That's acceptable, I guess. And then we'll end here. I wanted to ask Candace, because we're talking about your son Terrell, and of course we want to promote him. Does Candace have anything going on that you would like to promote? Any type of business related thing? Anything that you want to shout out? Any of your social media? Anything like that at all?
I'll just shout out my family and my friends, my support system, because without them, I think I would be like bananas. So I want to shout out each and every one of them. I hope they've logged on to see. I love you. Thank you all. And we're not done yet. We're not done, but thank you all. Thank you. That's it.
Hey, absolutely amazing answer. Candace, thank you so very much. I promised I wouldn't take too much of your night. Not too much time. But thank you so much for spending time with me, with Canes fans all around the world, and all the people that are going to watch this after the video uploads as well. We're super appreciative. We're very happy to have your son Terrell be on the team. We consider him family, and we consider you and your family our family as well, because that's how Miami Hurricanes fans do it. So
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you
Yep.
for doing this video on Terrell. I really appreciate it. That was awesome.
absolutely, anytime. Candace, you have a good night. And again, just don't forget to hit me up with that information when you figure that out with the Adidas and all that good stuff. So, all right. Have a good night, Candace. Everyone tell Candace bye.
Bye.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. What an awesome guest. Can we get a round of applause here for Candace? Come on, y'all. Come on, can we get a round of applause for Candace? What an awesome guest tonight.
What is he going to school for?
Hey, Kane's Football Talk, I appreciate the question, my friend. Thank you. Man, what an awesome guest. So, yeah, Terrell Walden, preferred walk-on running back for the Miami Hurricanes, scored a touchdown in the Bethune-Cookman game. A player that I personally am very excited to have on the roster, and I know a lot of other Canes fans are as well. Look at the love. Y'all know that Candace is still here, right? You know that she's seeing the stream. Show her some love, man. Show her some love. But also, we need to revisit that steak talk, because if y'all are eating that thing and it's still bloody, there's some blood on the plate. If there's some pink in that thing, y'all are doing it wrong. 100% y'all are doing it wrong. It's supposed to be no pink. No pink. You got to cook that thing, man. Well done, or I'm sending it back to the kitchen and they got to recook it, bro. They got to recook it, man. So absolutely amazing guest. Candace, if you are still here, thank you for giving us some insight on your son, Terrell. Thank you for telling us about the parent behind the player, Candace. We love getting to meet you and get to know you tonight. And just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm not arguing about this steak stuff, guys. No, sir. No pink. No pink. I'm going to go back and read what you guys put. And then we're going to open up the phone line tonight, guys. 865-229-4131. Call in and give the score prediction. And if you get it right, you win not one, not two, not three, not four, but $500. It is possible somebody won it last year, so you do have an opportunity to win that $500. So it ain't an argument if we're right, Coop. Fair, man. I like the way you think. Listen to me. My country hick side is coming out. Yes, Coach Coop, a little pink? No, sir. No. And nothing on it either, man. At most, you put some garlic butter. No more than that. Absolutely not. Y'all are crazy. Man. Kane's Football Talk, I was going to pin your message back up. Here we go. There we go, man. Okay. Let's get the phone line open up for tonight. As I said, I know, guys, trust me, I understand it's Middle Tennessee. I'm not going to sit here and try to talk that squad up. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not going to disrespect them. You cannot afford to sleep on any opponent, but I'm not going to sit here and talk up Middle Tennessee like we're going to struggle against them. I think this is a game that we come in and we get to flex on these dudes a little bit, work out some final chemistry issues, some timing, some kinks. We take care of business. That's just my opinion. So let's get the phone line open up, 865-229-4131. Get me a call. Let's talk about this game. Give your score prediction for this one. You must call to officially be entered, by the way. You must call to officially be entered into the score prediction contest. It's just too difficult to track it otherwise. So I'm going to flip the switch, and we are going to turn this bad boy on. Thank you guys for all the love you've shown me so far. Let's do this. It's open. It is officially open. Let's see if some of y'all, tonight would be the opportunity to get in if you've not been in, because I don't expect as many calls tonight. Just being honest. Bryce! What's up, man? I was hoping you would do that. What's going on with you tonight, Bryce?
Nothing much, man, other than watching Syracuse give it to Virginia.
Oh my gosh, is Virginia still losing? Oh no, we lost him, y'all. Bryce, no. I asked him if Virginia was still losing and he hung up on us. Chris Kane for life. What's up, man?
What's going on with you, Coop?
Hey, you got lucky, bro. Bryce disconnected or something. I don't know what happened. We just had him on the line. He lost the connection, and Chris Kane for life was boom. He was on it. Chris, I got to ask you, how many attempts did it take for you to get in?
This week it only took me 3.
Woo!
Last week it took me, I think, 375.
The sad part is
Literally.
I wish you were joking, but you're probably being literal. When you
Oh,
say
like
that.
I'm dead serious as a mortuary. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
All right. So hey, I told you guys this stream right here is probably going to be your best opportunity all season to win that $500, 100%, because you know it's going to be hype when we get into ACC play, 100%. Now, not saying this stream isn't lit, because it is. I'm always hyped, but I'm just saying if you're trying to call in, tonight is probably the night. So Chris, can you be 100% honest with me when I ask you this question?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you still hyped to watch the Canes play tomorrow, even though they lost last week?
Oh, absolutely. I am. I want to see Gaddis open up that playbook. Even though it is Middle Tennessee, I don't just think it's just Middle Tennessee. It's still a football team, right?
Right.
So I just want to make sure that, because he's gotten a lot of scrutiny from last week. And just a side note, I had that 17-9 Texas A&M written down, and I couldn't get on the show. So yeah.
That one hurts. I won't lie.
Yeah, it did. But at least we got on the show this time. But I'm good with that though. I just want to say that, I'm glad that I'm able to get on the show and just actually make a score prediction. But I am going to watch that game tomorrow. I just want to see him open up the playbook. I want to see him actually, play, like have plays, like take some stop playing so conservative, play a little bit more balanced. You ain't got to play so aggressive, but I mean, if you got your foot on their throat, keep it there and let that ball fly, man.
You know how I feel about it. There's a reason why I'm not an offensive coordinator, because I'm just going to be blunt and keep it real with y'all. I am a foot on the gas the entire game. And I mean, that can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like for me, I'm like, we're taking shots left and right. So I would not be fit to be an offensive coordinator, but I do love watching that style of ball. I like kind of, up tempo, pass heavy. Honestly, I like air raid, like just throwing the ball left and right. But it's that thing where it's weird with Gaddis, because it's difficult to explain, because I do understand what he's trying to do. And there are some really good things there. When you go back, I'm sure you've seen some other people break down the film, and you might have rewatched the game like I did as well. There were some really good things that happened in that Texas A&M game. There was just a lot of, it seemed like there was some miscommunication between TVD and the receivers. There were a lot of just, I guess, missed opportunities, so to say. There were some of those play calls that had you scratching your head in the moment, and then you go back and watch it, and you're like, well, wait a minute. That actually makes quite a bit of sense if we would have executed that properly. So
I mean, you got a point though, Coop. And when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, we got Rooster, he's running. You got Paris, he's running. We get down there to the red zone. We got down there about 6 or 7 times. Where's Fad? Why is he not, bulldozing this ball through there? We had him gassed, bro.
Fair.
We had them gasping for air in their home stadium in front of 107,733 people. Okay? We had them. And I was waiting for them to go quiet.
I know,
I was waiting for them to go quiet. We, out of those 6 or 7 times, we could have at least scored maybe 5 or 6. If not more.
Again, again, every opportunity was there. It definitely was.
It was. I mean, and I can't give it all on Gaddis, because he make the plays. TVD was a little off, but when he was on, the receivers didn't catch the ball. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why that I keep putting so much emphasis on being, excited for this game. I've said it time and time again, but this is a game, again, where since it is a slightly inferior opponent, we can try to make some corrections and maybe take some chances, be a little more experimental. See, maybe change it up in the red zone in this game and see if there's something that actually does work a little bit better for us. Now, again, it's tough to gauge and judge it because it is a lesser opponent, but again, it gives us more opportunities to kind of play around with that playbook slightly.
It does. And, we will, I think things will be a little bit different, but I can't sit here and say, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I've been there. I've worn my heart on my sleeve so many times with the team.
Yeah.
I got to shut it down until I see something different, Coop.
I feel you. And I get it. I made that point in my last video when I said I completely understand. Like, we're putting roughly 20 years of frustration, letdowns, expectations on Mario Cristobal. Like, we're dropping it in his lap year one. And, one side of me argues against that because I'm saying that's not fair to do that to the man. But then another side of me says, but gosh darn it, man, I'm tired of losing, right? Especially when you are on a big stage like that. And I'm just keeping it real. Typically in that game at halftime, we're down 2 or 3 touchdowns, right? Typically that's what would go down. But we were right there, man. We were right there. I was frustrated all night long for sure. But let's transition over and let's get that score prediction from you for the Middle Tennessee game. What are you thinking?
Oh boy, hey.
Now I know you had at least a little something in mind. So are you thinking about changing it? What's happening here?
I'm thinking that Miami is going to get the win. But I'm thinking it's going to be about
He's rethinking it, y'all.
42.
Okay.
Hit Miami.
Okay. 42-10, Miami Hurricanes. You know what's funny, Chris?
Yes, sir.
That is also my score prediction. So we are 100%
Really?
on the same page. I have Miami winning 42-10. Yes, sir.
Wow. Hey, great minds think alike,
All right,
man.
there we go. So, hey, maybe we both hit it.
Yes, sir. Oh, I just want to make this real quick because I know you got to get some more callers in so they can get their score predictions and keep it fair. I just want to tell this to the fans. Listen. I've been down this road since I was 5 years old. I've been watching the Canes for over 32 years. Okay, listen. It does not happen like that.
Are you still there? We can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, this is not a microwavable success overnight story. You gotta give it time. We got 10 years with Mario, roughly.
Now,
let this man work.
You know that time is a dirty word amongst Canes fans, right?
Yeah, because everybody wants stuff quick, fast, and in a hurry. But let's just
Chris,
take the baby steps.
You basically just dropped the F-bomb on my stream. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I just got to give Canes fans a hard time. Listen, I'm a Canes fan too, all right? I'm also frustrated and upset, okay? I'm just saying.
Yes, I am too.
But hey, Chris, man.
I mean,
go ahead.
Let's just invest our time. The way we invested the money, we invested the time. This is the first time we've actually had a coach that actually put stuff together. Look at it this way. We've had Mario for 8 months, and look what he's done with that defense. Hiring Coach Steele, Charlie Strong, and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Texas A&M. Jimbo's been there for, 5 years? This is his 5th year. What has he shown? Trust the process. Go Canes. Have a good night.
Hey, Chris, I appreciate you, my man.
Absolutely, man.
All right, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Hey, I do got to mention though, Chris, if you're in the stream here, if you've got time to hear what I got to say after jumping off the phone line, I love what Steve said in the chat, y'all. So Chris comes on and predicts the same score prediction as me, 42-10. And Steve comes in here and he says, "Well, Coop is never right, so you're screwed, Chris." Steve, why you gotta do me like that? Steve, come on, man. What do you mean Coop's never right? Come on, Steve, don't do Coop like that, man. Come on. Hey, it's good to see you, Diva. Good to see you, my man. Slade says, where do I put my score prediction? You just call in, 865-229-4131, give your score prediction, and you are officially entered. And see, that's my thing, Jeff. I do feel like that Canes fans are putting 20 years of frustration on Mario. We want instant results. We've started over so many times. And the reality of the situation is that it does take time. And, you know, I do feel like we are seeing some immediate results in certain areas, not all of them, but I do believe that it does take a little bit of time. And I'm not coming up on this platform to make excuses, guys. That's not at all what I'm doing. You either win or you lose. But again, at the end of the day, we've got to have some time to recruit some guys, and we're going to have to work on this is something in the offseason I preached on chemistry, even just between the coaching staff. Just because you bring this all-star staff together doesn't mean that they fire on all cylinders right out of the gate. There's been plenty. Look at what did the Lakers do? They brought together this dream team, right? You got LeBron James. You got who's the unibrow dude? I don't watch a bunch of basketball. You got the unibrow dude. You know what? I can't even name the rest of the players. But the point I'm trying to make is they didn't fire on all cylinders right out of the gate. There were a lot of struggles. There were people butting heads, and it's just life, man. So it might take a little bit of time. What's up, Demetrius? If Lashley hadn't left for SMU, do you think Mario would have retained him? I do not. I do not, Matthew. And again, I could be wrong on that. Guys, phone lines open back up. Where'd Bryce go? Bryce, can we get you back in here? There he is. There he is. Anthony Davis. Yeah, Mr. Unibrow. That's him. Bryce, you made it back in.
Hey, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. What happened? You just lose connection?
Yeah, and also it's raining over here, so that's also another part of it.
Gotcha. I got you. Well, I'm happy you made it back in. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what we were talking about when we lost connection because we didn't get to talk very long.
No. I think we were just in the introduction mode. And
Okay.
then all of a sudden it cut off.
So had I asked you the question, are you still excited to watch Miami play tomorrow?
Come on, man. And
Tell
that
him.
ain't even a question, bro.
Tell him, Bryce. Tell him, bro.
Bleed orange and green, man, all day, every day.
As I said, I'll never understand how you cannot be excited. If Miami is playing on Saturday, I would not have the willpower no matter how upset I was. No matter how bad we were playing, I would not have the power to turn off that TV and not watch Miami play. I would go insane.
Absolutely, man.
There's no way I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bryce, you were able to somehow sneak your way back in through on the phone line. Let's go ahead, just in case something happens, let's get that score prediction from you for tomorrow.
Sure thing. All right, I got Miami, 40, Middle Tennessee, 13.
13?
13.
13. Okay. And I'm actually thinking that that's what a lot of people are going to be around because they're better. They're going to be better than Bethune. So people probably aren't expecting us to put up 60 or 70, but maybe not quite on the level of Southern Miss. Maybe we're surprised tomorrow. You know, I don't know. I don't know the future, but I feel like that's around where most people are going to be for Miami is around 40s for a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
40-13, giving Middle Tennessee a couple of points, maybe a touchdown and a pair of field goals. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think we shut out Middle Tennessee. I think Middle Tennessee. I kind of hate saying it, but I think I don't want to say it's going to be the same way how we started off against Southern Miss.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think maybe somewhere probably in the first quarter we might have a little bit of miscues here and there. I do think we do end up giving up a touchdown and 2 field goals, but I think as the game goes on, I think we just run away with it. I think the biggest things that I think a lot of Kane fans would probably either agree or disagree. This is just my personal opinion. I think we definitely need to see Gaddis definitely show us more, to be honest with you. And I'm in agreement with what you said as well. I didn't necessarily hate the play calling against Texas A&M because I could see what he was going with.
Mm-hmm.
And and exactly, when TVD was on, he was on. It's just, receivers got to do their job. I think, and earlier, like, honestly, where has Frank Latson been? Where's Colby Young been? Like, get those guys involved. And I think, sorry.
And I was just going to say, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, that's something where, again, I don't, anytime I criticize players or mention their names specifically, it's constructive criticism. It's out of love.
Absolutely.
I just feel like that, we go into the portal and we get Frank Latson, and I've just not seen the production out of him that I expected. And I didn't hear a whole lot of talk, about him in spring and fall camp. So, maybe it's going to take a little bit of time with him. I don't know how much. Does anybody in the chat know? This is something that I should know, but I don't. How much eligibility Latson has left? Does he still have a couple of years? Surely this is not his last year, because again, we're looking at 2 receptions over the course of 3 games. So we have to get him more involved in some sort of way. Have to.
Yeah, of course. I think we also definitely need to get our tight ends involved more.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that we went to Mallory a lot. That was nice to see. I think we need to get a Royal more involved, and I think it's time for Skinner to show us what he can do, for sure. Because everybody's high on Skinner, as they should be.
See, and unless we're struggling or down, this is the game that you would bring him in to see what he can do.
Absolutely. Even if we are not struggling, I still think we should still put him out there to get some meaningful reps.
Fair.
I do. I think if we're up, I think we should bring in, obviously, if we're up, I would assume Garcia would come in, and all our second stringers, our third stringers, get them some meaningful reps. And the reason I say that is because, okay, it's nothing against Middle Tennessee, but honestly, this game really should be a dub. It really should be. See, but the reason I say that is because, like, okay, who in that second and third string teams is gonna show up?
Right.
Like, who are gonna be those guys that that when we get into ACC play, and we all know we're going against North Carolina, and we all know how potent North Carolina's offense is. They can put
up some points for sure.
Yeah, sure. But we need to know tomorrow, like, who are going to be the guys, because after this game, and as soon as we head in the bye week, like, look, it's no more playing around. We got to take care of business. Like, y'all know. I don't know what the score is now, but y'all know Syracuse is giving it Virginia, and the Coastal is wide open. So other than that, my score prediction, like I said, is 40-13. I'm gonna let some more callers get in, but Coop, appreciate everything that you're doing, and go Kane.
Hey, absolutely, Bryce. Always a pleasure to have you come on the show, my man. And best of luck. Hopefully that $500 will be yours. I'm wanting to give it away to somebody, man. I just need somebody to predict the right score. So best of luck, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in the live hangout.
I'll be at the game, man.
You're gonna be at the game? Nice.
Yeah, man. I go to all the home games, man.
Heck yeah.
Me and my pops is a season ticket holder.
All right,
He's been a
that's
season ticket holder since 2018.
That's awesome. So we got to link up for the FSU game if you're going to be at that one.
For sure. Come on, man. I can't miss that.
Sweet.
I'm watching that
heck
game.
Yeah. Dude,
that game got to be.
I'm spending like 4 days down in South Florida leading up to that game. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to make all the stops, Canes wear all Canes. Going to go around and just have a good time, man. So we definitely got to link up.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I got one last question, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
How do you your thoughts on Hakeem Williams committing to FSU?
What is your question? I couldn't hear you.
Hakeem Williams. What's your thought about that? About him committing to FSU?
I mean, I'll be honest. With recruiting, it's so up and down, and there's so much flip-flopping and stuff for clicks and likes on social media and stuff like that. I'm honestly kind of indifferent and not looking too much into it. And I know that's probably not the answer that you want or that you're looking for, but I don't really let any recruiting stuff bother me. Just because, again, it's so back and forth. When it actually comes down to putting pen to paper on signing day, then we'll kind of see who we get. And I don't want to downplay recruiting. It's the future of the program, right? It's super, super important. But for me, I don't really religiously follow it, to be honest. And I don't make that big of a deal out of like verbal commitments and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Coop.
All right, Bryce. Appreciate you calling in, my man.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. All right, bye-bye. All right, let's take a look at some of the things that were put in during that call in the chat. Bryce, appreciate you calling in, my man. Frank Ladson is a junior. Okay, so he's got a couple more years of eligibility left. I was curious because I didn't want to see him go out. I mean, if he only gets a handful of receptions this year, I consider him family. I want him to succeed. I want him to do well, right? So we were looking at Virginia is still down, y'all. 16-7. Now, I think that game is at Virginia this year. And Virginia fans always hype up Brendan Armstrong every single year, the quarterback that has so much experience. Last year, that was a close one, man. That was a close one last year. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't win that game this year, but we'll see. A little bit too early to say, right? Don, it's good to see you in here. Paul Clifton as well. What else do we have? Droski. If Ladson was a playmaker, he wouldn't have hit the portal, in your opinion. I mean, yes and no, right? Droski, like you could dissect that argument and slice and dice it a million different ways. I mean, maybe he was just unhappy with the coaching staff, or maybe he didn't feel like that offense was a good fit for his particular skill set. Now, there are times that players do just get frustrated and they're not playing well and they hit the portal because they think that, maybe a change of scenery or some different coaches developing them might help improve their game. And maybe they were struggling. So you could potentially be correct, right? It could go a couple of different ways, 100%. Extravius, it's good to see you in here. Coop, do you think Ladson is another 5-star bust? I hope we see the tight ends and Skinner as a wide receiver tomorrow. I mean, I don't. It would be too early to say that he's a bust, but we need to see more from him, like without a doubt. And getting the tight ends more involved would be huge. Like, let me ask you guys this. I was going to post a video about it, but I want to ask you guys. Would you like to see Miami try some other guys at the receiver position? And that's kind of a loaded question, right? But I'm talking about, Malik Curtis playing DB. Would you like to see maybe Malik Curtis make a return to the receiver position and play that? I saw people talking about using Skinner at the wide receiver position. I saw people saying use Ja'Cory Brown at the receiver position, looking for like that big body, deep threat guy. The TVD could throw up, a 50-50 ball and him come down with it, or maybe somebody, I don't know. What do you guys? I have no idea. You're the coach, bro. You tell me. Whoa. I am not the coach, Steve. No, sir. Man, oh, man. People still rip me up for that. Coop, Coop pretends that he's a coach. His channel name is Coach Coop. Now I know you're just making a joke, Steve, but it's funny because people don't know how to separate my channel name versus what people actually call me. My channel name is Coach Coop. The coach part is just a metaphor. It's just a play on words to imply that my channel involves sports. I don't ask people to call me Coach. I just want people to call me Coop. So it's always so funny. People think they can hold that over my head and say that I'm pretending to be a coach, and it's definitely not. I'm Coop. I'm not Coach Coop. I'm Coop. My channel name is just Coach Coop. You know what I mean? And just think about the intro, man. I'm going to sing it. Here we go, okay? I'm really good at singing, by the way. The Coach Coop Show, right? Now listen to this. The Coop Show. It ain't got the same ring to it, bro. It just doesn't work, man. Try out Curtis and Skinner. The room is thin, and the way TVD has been throwing to receivers, getting into their head, knocked off. So the only thing is, though, is we're worried about timing with Tyler Van Dyke and the receivers. Wouldn't it possibly be thrown off even more when you bring in a guy who hasn't been getting reps with Tyler Van Dyke at the receiver position all offseason? That would kind of be my only argument potentially. Now, sometimes guys are just going to ball, man. Sometimes they come in there and just tear it up, and it just is what it is. They're just playmakers, period. But also that could create another issue. I don't know, man. Hey, LM, it was good to see you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. Malik Curtis for sure. What else do we got? Yes, sir. Hey, Bobby Samarco coming in hot, my man. Appreciate you. We'll let the robot lady read out the $10 dono from Bobby, and then we'll open the phone lines back up. It's 16-13 in that Virginia game now. So we'll see. Do we cover 25 tomorrow? Man, I don't know. I hate to say that, but I don't know. I think so.
This is what it take
I think.
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
See what Bobby's got
I
to say.
don't think trying different position players at WR is a good move at this point in the season. As we enter ACC play, we need to be as set and ready to go as possible, not trying things out.
Boom. My man, Bobby. Bobby, we're usually on the same page, especially during game day. And that kind of sums up exactly what I was just saying right before you sent that dono, my man. On the same freaking wavelength. I would also, again, be kind of scared to do that, like you said, at this point in the season. We're 4 weeks in. If you're having to rotate guys in from other position groups to play receiver, that's a pretty big issue, and I don't know that that's the right move to correct it. Again, that could potentially cause even more issues. So, Bobby, thank you so much for the $10 dono, my man. Top dono on the night. Appreciate you, Bobby. Thank you, my man. Phone line open back up, y'all. Back up. But, yeah, I mean, I do think we cover. I do. It just, man, when you watch the offense put up 3 field goals, it still worries you in the back of your head. It still worries you, man. Yo, yo, yo. Who we got on the line tonight?
Hey, what's up, Coop, Bradenton, Kane, man? What's up?
Hey, man. Same thing. I'm pretty sure I do this to you every single time. And you know what I'm about to say. I have your phone number saved as your business.
Yeah.
Which is why I always forget. So this is Bradenton?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the business name there too, just in case, because a couple of weeks ago people were asking where you were located because they were like, "Can he do some work for me?" So I'm gonna leave that, but I'm also gonna put your name on there so I don't confuse myself. Just to be honest.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia, man. I used to live in Bradenton, Florida, though.
Okay, gotcha. So that makes sense for the name. I follow now. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question that I'm asking everyone when they first call in. Are you still hyped to watch the Canes tomorrow, even though they lost last week?
I'm always hyped, man. I'm hyped to the point where my wife doesn't like football, and it's literally like close to divorce time during college football season.
Now,
that's how hyped I am to watch football, man.
Now, why is that? Is it just because you don't spend any time with her on Saturdays, or? Oh
no, I spend tons of time with her during the week, man. But Saturday, that's my day to watch football, man. So,
fair.
I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. So it's not going to change, man. And I know there's, millions of guys out there like me that probably has issues with their wives, not wanting to watch football.
Nope.
Football's always on, blah,
No
blah,
comment.
blah, blah,
I ain't saying a thing, man. This is live right now on the internet. My lips are sealed.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
yeah,
it's
man.
all good, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand the frustrations, and it's why I had to vent a little bit on that video I posted yesterday. I'm not trying to call anyone out, so to say, because I'm not the fan police. I don't judge if someone is or is not a fan. It's honestly not my place to do that. But I really do just find it unreal that people would not watch the Canes tomorrow because we lost last week. Like I honest to goodness, you can explain it to me a million different ways, and I would never understand.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, man, I know a few Kane fans that are, they're like that. If we're winning, they're all in. But if we're having a rough year, or if we look shady or, whatever, they're, I'm not going to watch this game. They'll only watch like the big games, but I'm watching every game, man.
Yep. And as I said, the example I used, it's the same people that are going to be pouting in February and March saying, where's college football? I miss it. I try my best.
Exactly.
I want to live in the moment, man. I've been waiting ever since the last game last year, even with everything that happened, waiting for college football to be back. So I'm going to enjoy every freaking game, man.
Exactly, man. And I'm not playing around, man. I'm so into college football, man. I've got like 4 or 5 TVs playing at one time, and it's literally, not literally gone to, the word divorce, but it's a project for me to even watch football sometimes on Saturday, like it's a fight, man. Sometimes it's a fight, but hell or high water, man, I'm going to watch football. So.
Yeah. And I feel you, once you can watch more than one game at a time, you'll never go back. Whether it be some kind of multi-view thing with your cable or satellite service, or like Bradenton here, he says he's got 4 or 5 TVs. I have 5 TV set up. Yeah, 5 monitor, 5 TV set up. Once you can watch that many games at once, you will never look back ever again.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So how are you feeling about Middle Tennessee? Is there anything about this team that would this is a stupid question. I don't even know why I'm asking this. Anything about them that would worry you, so to say?
People may disagree with me, man, but I think their offense is going to be a little bit better than Southern Miss.
Okay. It could be. I can't remember how many points they're averaging so far per game. Other than I think the who was it, the James Madison game? I think they got stomped pretty bad. But their quarterback has some experience. Their running back is pretty physical. They do have a guy that is a deep threat. I'm going blank on his name at the moment. But yeah, they could potentially put up some points.
They've got some receivers that are going to go out and get the ball, man. They've got some big, tall receivers. So, I'm not worried about it. Obviously we're going to win. Hopefully anyway, 99.9% sure we're going to win. But I do feel like it's going to be, until the Canes can prove to me that, they're not going to start slow, I'm expecting another sluggish start.
Right.
I'm going to go with 33-12.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to break 40. I just don't see it, man. Not anything, what we've seen so far would lead me to believe that we're going to break 40.
And to be completely honest with you, I can't fault you for saying that because it's 100% true. What have we seen up to this point to believe otherwise, other than Bethune-Cookman, which is, a different level of competition, right? So.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's like, it's not a high school team, but it's, pretty close.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, again, I completely understand it. And I hope so much with everything in me that we can hopefully work out as many of these issues as possible in this last game before, the bye week and ACC play.
Yeah, I know you commented on Frank Ladson, man. Everything that I've heard about him, and I don't claim to be, this big insider or whatever, but, my uncle did play for Miami, and he's got, a few connections down there. He lives in Fort Lauderdale. So, I mean, he's got a few ties to the program, nothing major, but everything about Ladson, man, is just it's just not there in practice, man. And Cristobal is real big on, you win the job in practice. So, I mean, Ladson has all the measurables. He's got the talent. He's just not, from what I'm hearing, and I know some other people have said this too, during practice, he's just not all there, man. He hasn't shown much in practice.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, that's not out of hate. We want him to succeed, because if he succeeds, then we succeed. It means the Miami Hurricanes are doing well, right? We're looking for that wide receiver that can be that go-to guy, because we know that Xavier Restrepo is going to be out for a bit. So we got to have somebody else step up, and it be someone. We either need that solid deep threat, or we just need someone that TVD can consistently rely on.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it's going to be somebody that, we didn't see coming.
It's probably going to be that scenario like in the past, like just using an example. It's probably going to be where like Colby Young comes in, the transfer, and then we're like, why weren't we playing him earlier this year? You know how it goes.
Yeah, and I mean, I know people's going to laugh, but we got a really good walk-on, man. And he played some in the spring game, and, he's probably going to get a shot. I could definitely see, Brinson stepping up. So, I mean, we got talent there, man, just not a lot of it. And, somebody's eventually going to have to step up, or it's going to be a long season, man, because we can, you can't just run the ball. So, and, the funny thing is, man, fans are never happy, man. I mean, during Lashley's, when Lashley was calling plays, guys were complaining about how we never ran the ball.
Yeah, we were.
Now that we're running the ball, they're complaining about, we can't pass it. So,
forever upset, Canes fans. We just can't have it all, man.
I know, man. I know. But, hey, at least, they're playing physical. The lines, both lines are playing good. So, I mean, there's a lot of positives, man. There's a lot of Kane fans that are just going crazy right now. Pump the brakes, man, because there's definitely some improvement from last year. You can tell it.
Oh, 100%. Yep. And I agree. And I know a lot of Canes fans don't want to hear it because they just look at it's a win or it's a loss. They don't factor in how we lost.
Yeah.
So, and again, I get the frustration, 100%.
I can almost guarantee you that last year we probably lose that A&M game by, I would say, at least 2 or 3 scores, man.
Yep, I'm on the same page, 100%. At least 14 or more points. Yep.
Yeah, we would have got pushed around. People, we wouldn't have been physical. So, that's one thing Cristobal is going to be, man. Honestly, I still think we're going to win 9 games. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. All right, my man. Well, I got you down 33-12, Miami Hurricanes victory. Best of luck in the score prediction contest. And as always, my man, I see you commenting on all my videos, always popping up in the live stream. And I want you to know, maybe it doesn't mean a lot virtually saying this, but I truly appreciate you always hanging out and being here, for real.
Hey, man, I remember when you first started, and I think you had like maybe 2,000 subs when I subscribed to you. So, I mean, yeah, I've enjoyed it, man. And, the haters are going to hate, so just keep doing your thing, man.
Always, man. Hey, you have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you at some point tomorrow, my man.
All right, brother.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, see you, Coop.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Bradenton Kane, excellent caller. Appreciate you for calling in, my man. We're going to open the phone line back up here in just a second. I just want to take a look at some of the messages and address them in the chat here. Kane for Life says, I was a 7-year-old Hurricanes fan in 1982. We went 7-5. I've seen it all with this team, ups and downs. All right, and you're still here, my man. Still here. John O'Mara says, yo, Coop, sick as a dog, but wasn't going to miss your stream. I appreciate that, John. Hopefully we can give you a laugh or two tonight. If you're just tuning in, John, we had an amazing player-parent guest on a little bit ago. You'll definitely want to check that out. That was really fun time, and I hope you feel better, John. That sucks, man. Hopefully you can still watch the game tomorrow and get some enjoyment out of it for sure. Somebody brought up a really good question about wide receiver coach. Jeff, here it is. Big question here. I'm going to fire this back at you guys too. Do you think the Canes need a wide receiver coach? Gaddis seems a bit overwhelmed. So I see what you're saying here. Do we need a dedicated wide receiver coach? Because as far as I know, Gaddis is kind of splitting those duties, right? He's the offensive coordinator, but he's also coaching up the wide receivers. If you want me to just be point blank right out of the gate and give you a yes or no, I would say yes. I am never, even if it works, man, just keeping it real, I am never a fan of splitting up the duties like that. I don't want a special teams coach that's also coaching the linebackers. I don't want an OC that's also having to coach the wide receivers. I want a specific coach to handle each respective position group. So, yes, I do think that would be important. I saw someone bring up a point about, and it might have been Jeff, bringing up the point of Gaddis being up in the box, which I'm a fan of as an OC. I like being able to survey the entire field, kind of take a look at the defense. I'm a guy that I actually like eyes up in the sky like that. But you do bring up a good point that, Tyler Van Dyke has Frank Ponce on the field to kind of get in his face and talk him up a little bit. Who is that for that receiver group if Gaddis is up there in the box? So what about you guys? Do you think that is important? Do you think that matters? Do you think we should try to find a dedicated receiver coach? And the thing is we don't have to answer who yet. I mean, it's not going to happen this season, right? So it's not going to actually happen, but just a yes or no. A yes or no. I mean, I don't know, Rocky Top Kane. We have like 56 analysts, right? So I don't know. Maybe not saying I want to just can somebody, but I don't know, get rid of an analyst or two, I don't know. Let me see. What do you guys say? Bobby says, I can't even count the amount of zeros in that. Was that 1,000,000% yes? Okay, 1,000,000% yes. All right. Steve says yes. The real question is who. I mean, that's fair. Let's see. Pick one. There's only so many coaching spots. I mean, you're right. But I think that given how many people we've hired, we could probably shift some things around. It's not going to happen at this point. But maybe that's something that we address for next year. Definitely. No, and I think a lot of it, here's the thing. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if we weren't having so many dropped balls and timing issues between TVD and the receivers. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So bring Michael Irvin in for receivers coach. Woo! Yeah, he coach them up. That's for sure, man. Phone line open back up, y'all. If you want to call in and give your score prediction, don't overthink it. We don't have to sit here and talk for 10 or 15 minutes. You can call in and just give your score prediction and be done. Yo, who do we have on the line?
Yo, Coop, it's Steve.
This is Steve. Let's go. You got in, bro.
Yeah, Kentucky Daddy.
Let's go. So I do not have your number saved in my phone. So I'm gonna make note. I gotta make note of that crazy name that you got here on YouTube. How do you say that again?
It's a hockey player. It's Matthew Tkachuk. So the joke is Tkachuk me daddy.
I gotcha. Because yeah, I think we had a conversation about hockey related stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I still call you Steve.
I called once.
No, go ahead.
What's up? Oh, I said I called once back in when Notre Dame got picked for like the ACC championship game during the COVID years. I made like a whole analytic take of like win by points and why it should be us and not them.
Right.
That was like the last time I called.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to get better this year at actually saving everyone as a contact so I can, properly address them when they call in and whatnot. So for the time being, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to call you Steve. I hope that's okay because that is much easier for me. Steve, the question I'm about to ask you, as I've asked everyone tonight, are you excited to watch the Miami Hurricanes take the fit? I ain't even got to finish the question, right?
My parents had season tickets since the Orange Bowl days, man. I think like my first ever game, I was like 9 or 11. My parents took me to see, I'm pretty sure it was the Rattlers versus us at the Orange Bowl. And all I remember about that game is they kept throwing the ball into the dirt and they were scared to get hit.
Fair. So you go way back. Been a Canes fan since you were a little one.
Yep, I remember watching that final against Ohio State at a club, and everyone was livid.
Right. So what about Middle Tennessee? How's your confidence level going into tomorrow against a Conference USA team, but a Miami offense that struggled last week?
You see, Coop, so I've put in over 50,000 hours of scouting that team to give you the most analytical take of all time.
I expect nothing less.
I'm just kidding, man. I in all honesty, I think we're going to roll them. I think we're going to roll them 52-6.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that about every non-ACC team that we're going to go up against this year, and then maybe that one time I'll be right.
Fair. Right. Well, I'm never right, so just go as far away from my score prediction as possible. But yeah, I do find it interesting. I'm gonna ask people in the chat, how many Middle Tennessee players can you name right now without Googling them? Don't lie.
If I can Google it, I can name a lot.
Yeah, no, do not lie in the chat. How many Middle Tennessee players could you name right now if I ask you to fire them off to me? Don't lie. Be honest. It's not some kind of pop quiz.
I'll throw it back to you.
Okay.
Did any yell at you for throwing gang signs up on their campus? Should I check your Twitter replies?
Man, that's so funny that Miami YouTuber Coach Coop storms campus. Like, I pulled up and parked where all the students parked, walked up to the sign, threw up a couple of U's in a 305, and drove around their football stadium and left. But to be fair, I was decked out in Miami Hurricanes gear. I was getting a lot of side eyes and a lot of people looking my way. So, I get it. Some little dude shows up in Miami gear. He's throwing up a bunch of hand symbols. Like, there were a lot of people asking questions.
So can we report them if they throw the U down? Or no?
Apparently that does not apply. No, I guess you can't do that. I guess it's also not a penalty either. Horns down is a penalty, but U's down is not a penalty. Messed up, man. But yeah, that really was. It's funny because I didn't get a ton of views on that preview video, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I anticipate and expect views to go down after Miami loses a game. I've not been doing this for a very long time, but I've been doing it for 6 years. And I can go back and view the analytics. Every time Miami loses, my next preview video, the views absolutely plummet. I'm talking, we were averaging 8,000 to 10,000 views per preview video. This one peaked at 3,000 and hasn't budged since then. So a lot of people didn't see, the little thing that I did at the beginning. So even knowing that, though, I still was super financially irresponsible for that preview video because it did probably cost me about $60 to $70 in gas driving that day. Plus, I lost an entire day. 3 hours there, 3 hours back, plus all the stops in between. I was gone probably 8 or 9 hours that day.
So you live on the east side of Tennessee and
yes.
It's on the west or something?
Yeah, I live on the east side. I'm actually close to the border of North Carolina. So that's closer towards, I'm going towards like middle Tennessee.
Are you going to go to the Clemson game?
I'm undecided at the moment, to be honest. And
dude, I'm going, man.
I hate it because I want to, because I've never been to a Clemson game. So I don't know what it's like to experience their game in person. I'm going to keep it real. I always struggle to decide, like, because if I go to the game, I get to meet, some of you in person, but then I also don't get to do the live hangout, which I do miss. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's not about the views or the money. I actually do miss the interaction of going back and forth with everybody. So I
just hate when people troll in your chat.
Yeah, it gets a little interesting, a little heated at times. But I would miss that. So we'll see. I'll think about it. It wouldn't be that far for me to go. So it would not be unreasonable to go to that game.
You want to know what your solution is, man?
What's that?
you should join the military and live in New Mexico, Las Vegas for 10 years of your life, and then you'll go out of your way to make any Kane game you can.
Fair.
So that's like my situation right now. I'm moving to the west side of South Carolina, so I'm gonna make that drive.
There you go. Yeah, don't blame you at all, man. And it is something. There's nothing like actually experiencing a college game in person, like the atmosphere. Like you can literally feel the energy. It's just an absolutely life-changing, amazing experience, in my opinion.
You mean a real college football game, right? The ones at Hard Rock aren't real.
Man, I'm going to be honest, I wish that Miami's bye week was the week that the Tennessee Volunteers and the Gators play, because Tennessee and the Gators play this Saturday at the same time.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to be watching the Miami game. I'll be here streaming. But man, I tell you what, Neyland Stadium, I am half an hour away, and I'll probably be able to hear the crowd from here. It's absolutely insane. I've been to 2 or 3 Tennessee football games in my life. There were around 105 or 106,000 people there.
Yeah.
Listen, Hard Rock I know can get loud. I wasn't at the Notre Dame game in 2017, but I was at the FSU game in 2018, so the comeback game. And it was pretty freaking loud in there. But I had never experienced anything like Neyland Stadium on a Saturday afternoon. It's insane.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely wild. But I got you down, Steve. Miami victory 52-6. Tomorrow,
I got questions for you before we hang up.
Yeah.
You willing to change the bet a little?
Hit me with it. Let's see.
Instead of $500, I want a 5 and counting hat, and then you bring back the Coach Coop show intro for at least one video.
You've been advocating for that for quite a while, and you're quite persistent.
3 years ago, when I was an hour and a half away from my house at a hospital, with my wife getting scanned for the baby and stuff like that, that's when I started watching you. And it was like your intro that hooked me. Like, I think you were like eating paper. You were like, I think you were wrestling like a plastic gator or something like that.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I can't quite remember it all, but I remember like I used to just like bop out to it in the car, just sitting in the parking lot because of COVID.
Well, see, that's why I told people I can't change my channel name to just Coop. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I've received so much flack over the Coach Coop thing when it really is just a metaphor, just, again, to imply that my channel is about sports. I don't say, hey, Steve, you better call me Coach Coop. No, just call me Coop, bro. Like, it's weird if you call me – I mean, you can call me Coach Coop, but that's just the channel name. But here, I did it earlier in the stream. I said how it wouldn't sound right, like the Coop Show or the Coop Show. It doesn't roll off the tongue, man. Coach Coop just sounds better. So it's stuck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not changing it. So.
All right, we'll bring back that intro if I win.
All right, sounds good, Steve. I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, have a good one, Coop.
All right, have a good night, bro. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm not renaming the channel Coop. Just straight Coop. People got to understand too. There's way more that goes into a channel name than just the name. There's a lot of algorithm stuff involved. YouTube does not like channel names that are under 5 characters. I don't know why. I can't describe it, but I've viewed the analytics. There's so much more that goes into a channel name than just the actual name part. Let's check out some more messages here in the chat, and then we'll open the phone line back up. We'll stay live till about 10 or 10:15. So we do have time for a couple more phone calls, guys. You can still get in and win that $500. Let's see what else we got. Coop, are you familiar with Franklin, Tennessee? I mean, a little, yeah. Did you at least stop to see any other sites or try a new restaurant? We stopped at Buc-ee's twice. You guys know what Buc-ee's is, right? It's like the biggest, craziest gas station you've ever seen in your entire life. They literally have like 70 gas pumps at that place. Guys, if you're traveling, and you know how whenever you're traveling and you're like, man, bro, like we got to be on the road for like 10 hours. I got to poop, man. Like there's no way around it. I got to go number 2. If you can make it to a Buc-ee's, that will be the greatest gas station bathroom you have ever pooped in. I'm just being blunt, calling it how it is. So you definitely want to stop out of Buc-ee's. It's absolutely crazy. Ronald, what's going on, man? Good to see you. So yeah, I mean, I like that gas station that much that I'm willing to mention it. Absolutely. Yeah, there's always the spam bots that pop in here. All you can do is ban them as quick as possible. Yeah, I'm never eating the score predictions ever again. Kane for life, Bradenton. No, sir. Dumbest bit I've ever done on this channel. Coop, Coop, what do you get when you have a packed Neyland Stadium? A full set of teeth. You're not wrong, Glenn. Glenn, I live in Tennessee. You're not wrong. No lies were told. MTSU seems like a very quiet campus. Oh, it is. Which is why whenever a dude rolls up in all orange and green clothing and starts throwing up these in front of their sign, yeah, it's a big deal. Everyone's wondering what's going on. Coop, big deal during COVID. There was no crowds, so TVD just man up and stop crying. Garcia just hanging there because Garcia is better. I mean, we'll see, Mike. We'll see, man. I want all those guys to succeed. Subscriber only chat helps with the sex bots. I mean, but I hate because, you know, I know there are people that hang out that don't want to sub to the channel, which it's fine. So I don't want to exclude them, but eventually we might have to, or we might just have to get some mods. We might just have to get some mods eventually so people can, boom, be on it, right? You got offered once to attend MTSU, but enlisted in the Army instead. Fair. Oh. Okay, let's get the phone line open back up here. It's FSU, 100%. Definitely. Throwing up gang signs. Yeah, man. Throwing up Miami gang signs. Couldn't believe it. Didn't know that I was that kind of dude. Didn't know. All right, it's open back up, y'all. Yo. Looks like we got Javier in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? I'm just here doing the same thing, man. Just watching you on my tablet and talking to you on the phone.
Hey, let's go. Do you care to turn the tablet down for just a moment while we're on the phone? We get a little bit of an echo from it.
Okay, yeah. Let me just lower that down.
You're good.
Okay. Is that better?
Cool. That's perfect, my man. So this is pretty wild. I have to say you're making history here, Javier, with making it into back-to-back Friday night shows. Do you know how difficult that is? That's literally on par with winning the lottery.
Hey man, I'm trying to be interactive in your YouTube video. I mean your YouTube live, and
I love it.
You know, trying to have a conversation with my Kane's family.
Let's go. Well, we love to hear from you, my man. I'm going to hit you with the same question I've asked every caller leading up to this point. Are you excited to watch the Canes take the field tomorrow, even though they lost last week? Hit me with the real answer here.
Yeah. I mean, who would not be excited to watch the Hurricanes, bro? You know, that's here in Miami, man. It's all about the Canes, bro. You know, we got the Dolphins. You know, they're undefeated right now. They've done some impressive stuff, man. But here in Miami, in the 305, you know, in the Dade County, it's all about the Miami Hurricanes, bro.
Fair. Hey, I love it, man. Now, can I ask you though? Are you a Dolphins fan?
Yeah, I'm a Miami fan all around. You know,
okay.
Heat, Marlins, you know, Panthers.
So
you know, I used to work in their stadium, so
nice.
You know, I the only reason why I wanted to work at their stadium is because I'm a big fan and I wanted to have season tickets, you know, for basically free. They pay me cash, you know, they give me a check, but
right.
I invest that money into season tickets.
Hey. That's awesome, man. Going all in, showing support for the squad. Well, then,
yes,
then I'm going to ask you, as a Dolphins fan, referring to you, would you accept a Dallas Cowboys refugee?
Would I what?
Would you accept a former Dallas Cowboys fan as a new Miami Dolphins fan, a.k.a. me becoming a Dolphins fan a couple weeks into the season?
Yeah, man. I think he was talking to a mom from one of the players, talking about, you know, you're gonna jump the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Miami always got some love for
Let's
anybody
go.
new. It's never too late.
Let's go, man.
You
You're gonna
know?
welcome me with open arms,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Let's go, man. Listen.
Hey, I play a football pole here in my local community here in Miami. But I voted for you guys. I voted for that as Cowboys to beat the Giants. This Monday night.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm sick and tired of being a Cowboys fan. Everything they do just ticks me off, and I'm done with them. I'm not even trolling. I'm not even playing. Like I think I'm ready. I'm gonna tell you what sold me, man. It's not Tua. It's not them pulling in Cheetah from the Chiefs. It's all Mike McDaniel. Man, that dude is. I love how he's kind of his quirky sense of humor. How he's kind of blunt about things. He's just himself, which is how I try to be. So, to be honest, Mike McDaniel has won me over, and him alone makes me want to be a Dolphins fan. That dude is ruthless. He's not afraid to take chances. And I actually think I might I'm not playing, bro. Like, I think I might be a new Dolphins fan.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Mike McDaniels as well. I see him, coming up as one of the great coaches of this era. This late 20s, 2000s, early 20s, 2000s. I told one of my friends who he's also a Dolphin fan.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him a message, a text message, right after that Baltimore Ravens win. I was like, hey, man, you know what? I think Don Shula's back.
Man, yeah, I checked that score, and I was like, oh, man, that Dolphins run is over. And then I checked it again, and I was like, they won? What? That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I think it's gonna be a sluggish fight. Just like I predicted for the Miami Hurricanes with Texas A&M. I think with the Bills this Sunday, it's gonna be the same way, man. I expect a full 9 yards in this game. Injuries, penalties, everything, bro, in this game. We're the Dolphins are right behind the Miami Hurricanes. With how the scenario is gonna go down, bro. It's gonna be a tight game.
I got you. Okay.
I'm hoping for the Dolphins to win this game. I'm hoping, bro. Because if we could get past the Bills twice in this season, I really do think we could repeat the undefeated streak again. The perfect season.
Okay.
The AFC, the NFC North is not that dominating. They have their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
And the AFC as well, the divisions that we have, the games that we got there is also struggling as well. So if the Miami Dolphins keep balling out the way they're doing with their receivers, tight ends, and that running game can come and pull through. With the knowledge that Mike McDaniels has with his coaching staff, I think we can repeat the perfect season streak.
All right, hey man. Well, then I'm jumping on just in time. But look,
man, you jumping on just in time, bro.
So let's transition over to the Canes here for just a moment, Javier. Okay. Let me what I'm gonna do. Let's see. How long have we been live? We've been live about 2 hours. I've actually been trying to keep my shows to about 2 hours. So what I'm gonna do? Let me go ahead and grab that score prediction from you for this game.
Okay. Well, we're banged up in the receivers, man. We need a lot of young people to come in and shine through. Without Rispo, man, it's difficult. There's no go-to guy at the moment. So I don't think we're gonna dominate, a lot in scores. We can't sleep on any team, on any opponent. Everybody's gonna play physical. I give the Hurricanes about 26 points. No, 27 points, and I'll give the Middle Tennessee 24 points.
Ooh, okay. So actually a close game against the Blue Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
Now,
be close game. Both teams are gonna be playing their hearts out defense wise. So that probably might hurt us in this upcoming game tomorrow, Saturday. You know, we might be a little weakened on the defense part, only because they are the ones that have to play more harder. You know, on that area and
okay.
that side of the football field, you know, play more harder, try to control down Middle Tennessee. But if we fail, bro, it's gonna give Middle Tennessee some room to score points on us.
All right. Javier, I got you down 27-24, Miami Hurricanes victory. Sorry to cut you a little bit short tonight, but we're gonna try to go through lightning round and get a couple more people in here tonight. But it was an absolute pleasure to have you call in, Javier.
Yes, sir. I feel you, man. You got to, you know, do your thing, bro. I'm still going to be here watching you on my tablet, and let's go, Kane.
Hey.
We got to keep on winning, man, regardless.
Let's go, Javier. Appreciate you calling in tonight, my man.
Yes, sir. Good night.
All right, bye-bye. Always a pleasure to have my man Javier call into the show. Appreciate you for calling in, my man. Ace Productions in the building. What's up, man? I saw your tweet saying you were taking a break from the videos for a bit. You truly think either Keyshawn Smith or Romello Brinson will be the go-to wide receiver other than X and George? Keyshawn Smith has all the right things going for him, man. Keyshawn Smith could be that guy. So who you guys were saying? Coach Crip? What were you guys calling me? Coach Crip. Oh, my goodness. No. No. Hey, Hurricane Patriot, what's good, man? So here's what we're going to do. The Coach Crip Show. That works. That works. Okay. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to fire off the lightning round. I'm trying my best to keep these Friday night streams to 2 hours, but they're so action-packed because I want to give my spiel in the beginning, plus the player parent, plus the phone calls, so it's very difficult. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few more phone calls, but you guys have to promise me that we keep it a lightning round. So please don't take it as disrespect. I'm not just trying to purposely get you off of the phone call or anything like that. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to get your score prediction. We move on to the next caller. Tonight we only have 5 official score predictions in for this game. So come on, y'all. Come on. I'm going to open it back up. We're going to lightning round. Okay? Coop, you need the $500? Call in, man. Call in. I saw somebody saying they could not get through, that it says not available. Try putting a number 1 before the 865. So try putting 1-865-229-4131 and see if maybe that gives you some better luck. Give that a shot, though, and let me know. Man, for real, though, y'all, I'm about to be a Dolphins fan. I can't freaking believe this, man. I can't freaking believe it. Yo, what's going on? Who we got on the line?
What's up, Coop? It's Eric, man. Good to be on.
Yeah, you said your name was Derek?
Eric, E-R-I-C.
Eric, okay, gotcha. Got a couple of Erics that pop in and out of the channel. So what I'm going to do, let's see, here's what we need. Is your YouTube name Eric?
Yeah. So my name is just Eric Finkelstein, Finkelstein.
Okay, perfect. That'll give me a little something so I can differentiate between you and some of the other Erics that are in the building. So, my man Eric, we're kind of doing a little bit of a lightning round, if you didn't catch that part before you called in. So, it's absolutely in no way me trying to disrespect you or anything or not give you a bunch of airtime here, but we're trying to get as many calls in as possible in this little lightning round so we can get some more people into the contest. So, what I'm going to do is ask you if you have that score prediction ready to go.
I do. I'm sticking with classic favorite score of mine in the past couple of years.
Okay.
I'm sticking with 52-10. The last time we had that score was against FSU in 2020. I think that the team's going to be firing on all cylinders tomorrow. We're going to see a bounce-back game with the receivers. I think Tyler Van Dyke is going to have probably the best game we've seen so far this season. I think the defense is going to be on their heads again. I'm excited to see how we come out tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, I absolutely love it, and I would be pretty happy with 52-10, especially, after last week. Kind of a little bit of a bounce-back game, get, comfortable, get back into rhythm a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, that would be huge. So, Eric, my man, appreciate you keeping it short, sweet, and to the point. I'll save your number in my contacts list so that way I can properly address you next time. But until then, you are officially entered into the score prediction contest with a score of 52-10, Miami. Eric, I hope you have a good night, man.
Thanks, sir. Go Kane.
All right, appreciate you. That's how we do the lightning round, y'all. That's how you do it. Chris said, I don't want nobody else calling in, Coop. I want that 500. I don't blame you, Chris. I don't blame you, man. So we're going to get a couple more, y'all. Hey, lightning round. Like I said, lightning round, bro. Just bing, bang, boom. Call the number. You got to call the number to be officially entered, y'all. That's the only way to officially get in. Yo, who we got on the line tonight?
Yo, man, what's up? It's Taylor. How you doing, bud?
Taylor, I'm doing excellent, my man. I'm very happy that you made it through. That's you said Taylor.
Yeah, I know, man.
Taylor with the T as in Tom.
Yep, Taylor. Yeah,
Okay.
my YouTube is Taylor West.
Taylor West. Okay, I'm gonna save your number in my phone because I don't see you on my contact list. So I'm gonna add you down for that. It's fun. What a terrible way to make sure that I have your name right. I'm like, T for Taylor as in Tom? Like, how much more confusing can I make that?
Yeah, Coop, you need to take a lap for that one, bro.
What the heck? All right, so I'm sure you heard we're doing kind of a lightning round here so we can get a couple extra people in for this contest.
Yeah, bud.
So no matter here's the thing. No matter where the hype level is for this game, the $500 score prediction contest still stands. So I actually expected more people to call in this week because there was going to be less people watching the show, which meant a higher chance of you getting in, right? Doesn't matter how hyped the game is, the score prediction contest is the same. So
I know, right?
So with that being said, Taylor, what are those magic winning numbers?
All right, so I'm going to go 55-6 Canes. I'm going to say the offense bounces back and the defense does not allow a touchdown.
Okay, so 2 field goals, not a touchdown with a missed extra point. The details do matter. Actually, they don't with the final score, but still interesting to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
55-6 again. Yeah, definitely would be very excited about that. A little bit of a bounce back game. So Taylor, my man, appreciate you for calling in. Like I said, you're officially entered, and best of luck to you, bro.
All right, bud. Go Canes.
All right, have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye. Once again, another excellent caller. Excellent caller, short, sweet, to the point. Matthew, I'm going to be honest, I don't know because we're having people call in, so I don't know. Sometimes I have people say that it gives them a message that they can't dial it or that they can't get through or something. I wish I had an answer for you, but I'm honestly just not sure. I'm not sure. That number seems to work for most people, so I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. I wish I had an answer for you though. We're gonna get 1 or 2 more in, okay? 1 or 2 more in. Keep trying. Keep trying. So what it does, Matthew, is when I do have someone on the line, I do have the phone line disabled. I have the phone line disabled when I have someone currently on the line. So that could be why you're getting that message. Yo, who we got on the line tonight?
This is Rocky Top Kane.
Rocky Top Kane. Let's go, man. Now, I'm trying to jog my memory here. Please forgive me because I've slept since then. Obviously, I know who you are. You're very active in the chat. But have you been able to call in before in the past?
If at all, maybe once before. I'm trying to remember now, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm going for 4 hours sleep myself too. So.
I got you, man. Because the reason I ask is since I don't have your contact info saved. If you did,
okay.
it might have just been before I was actually saving everyone's name and number, because I have not always done that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save you in my contact list. Because I know you're a regular viewer, which, by the way, I very much appreciate. Doing this would not be possible without people like you. So I'm going to save your contact info so I can address you properly next time.
All right. Yeah, it's been great following your channel. You put out some really awesome stuff, including, I guess, the Jinx videos, which those are very entertaining. The discount.
I've made the joke that I need to put out a diss track for like all these scrub teams that we play, like Bethune and Middle Tennessee and stuff, just so I can balance it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I think out of all the diss tracks I've done, I think we've won 2 of them and lost 3, maybe. Don't quote me on that. It might be worse than that. We have won a couple, but the balance obviously is more towards the back. We've lost more of them than we've won. So I don't know. Maybe I got to figure something out. If I did a diss track for like Bethune-Cookman and we ended up losing it, I would actually retire it at that point. Like then I would start to be like, wait a minute, maybe I am cursing this thing, you know?
Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, maybe there is. So we're doing a little bit of a lightning round, man. So what's that score prediction from you?
All right. I'm gonna say Miami 27. I think they will have to go for a couple field goals, but still end up getting 3 touchdowns in it. And then for Middle Tennessee, I'd say I think they might get a couple of field goals, so 6, so 27-6.
Okay.
And I will say I think the Vols are going to take down the Gators this weekend too.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Tennessee fan, but I would love to see that. And the thing is I can sit back just as a fan of college football and acknowledge the fact that the Vols have a pretty dang high-powered offense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys in the chat have been keeping up with the Tennessee Volunteers, but they make Hendon Hooker look like a totally different quarterback than what he looked like at Virginia Tech. It is wild, man.
I tell you what, I wish I would have known about this about a week ago, but a guy I work with, he actually has connections with the Tennessee sports department and had a friend who was selling a ticket to that game for $60.
Oh,
I was like, damn, I wish I'd known about that.
See, that's something that also a lot of Canes fans, not all of them, but some Canes fans maybe don't understand. There are some of the Tennessee Volunteer games, guys, like when it's prime time and they maybe play the Gators when the Gators are doing well, or, Alabama or something like that. It costs as much to buy a ticket in the nosebleeds as it does to buy a season ticket for the Miami Hurricanes. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It can cost as much to go to one game as it costs to go to every single home game for the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, I was looking online at the StubHub, and I know Bama's coming to Tennessee, and the cheapest ticket is in the $300 range.
Yep, it is insane. A lot of times to even get season tickets, it's a big wait list, and you have to have donated X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game, man. It really is.
Oh yeah.
So all right,
let's keep doing the thing.
I got you down, my man. 27-6 Miami victory. Rocky Top Kane 904 in the building. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you calling in tonight, man.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and hype up Tennessee. It's just because it's literally in my backyard. So I get to see it all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'm driving by Neyland. I'm driving by, the campus. Like I said, I went to a few Tennessee games during Miami bye weeks because why not? It's half an hour away. I like experiencing the college football atmosphere. I'm rocking my orange and green. I'm standing out. But I like to kind of just go and experience it and see what it's all about. And bro, it's lit. It is lit, I have to say. But yeah, Tennessee does typically disappoint.
This is what it takes.
I saw somebody saying that. They usually lay an egg on big games.
You got to predict the Kane score 8 times to afford one volume ticket.
You are right, Steve. I think one time, hey, listen, Steve, thank you for the 5, man. I think one time I looked out of curiosity at Tennessee Volunteer tickets, and it was a season where they had a lot of big games, like the Gators are in Knoxville, Alabama, all the big games. And I kid you not, some of those nosebleed season tickets were like $4,000+ plus. I'm not kidding. It is off the charts, man. It's absolutely insane. Do a satirical diss track on Miami next time? Maybe. I have actually dissed Miami one time, and it was the response was back and forth. I actually did a diss when Mark Rick was calling the plays, and it was called Run, Run, Pass, Punt. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. But you can go back and search it on the channel. I did that, when we were having the issues with his son being the quarterback's coach, and we were very unhappy. It was, run the ball, pass on like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, and then we would punt and then rinse and repeat. And I was super frustrated. So I put out a little diss on Rick in Miami. And maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I was very frustrated at the time. You wouldn't watch a Vol game if I paid you? Man, the Vols, bro, what are they ranked right now? Hold on. We're about to wrap this thing up, guys. I think we're going to call it for tonight. We're going on 2.5 hours for the stream. I know a lot of people are hitting the hay. Tennessee is 11? Bro, what? I know they had that overtime win against Pitt. They put up 59 on Ball State and 63 on Akron. See, this is what's a little frustrating as a Miami fan is, when we played Southern Miss, what was the final score? 30-7? I was expecting something still around this, like 63-6, 59-10. Tennessee's putting up some points, bro. I tell you, that offense is high-powered. They're not playing around, man. They're not playing. Jeez Louise, dog. I didn't realize they were 11. Used to work for a big Vol fan, and he was annoying AF. They are, man. Vol fans are so annoying. So freaking annoying. I think we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We got some people in for the sheesh. What? Man, guys, we're gonna be live tomorrow for the Miami versus Middle Tennessee game. I would love for you to pop in if you're not at the game and show some love for the Canes. Hang out with other Miami fans virtually. It's not about the views. I have more than enough people that support me on this channel that are longtime viewers, Canes fans. But I still want to see some hype. I still want to see some hype going into this game because I just still can't wrap my head around it, y'all. I don't understand how the excitement just drops off, just off a cliff, just gone. I struggle to understand that, man. I really do. I'll never understand. Thank you for all the love tonight. Bobby Samarco, top dono on the night. Thank you so much for the love, Bobby. We also had some donos from Steve, from Canes Football Talk. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love tonight. And thank you once again to Candace. You guys show her some love on Twitter and in the comment section once this video uploads. Really, really awesome player, parent, guest, mother of Terrell Walden II. This was still a really fun stream, y'all. Really freaking fun stream, man. Tomorrow, 3:30. Hey, man. It's time to take care of business, y'all. It's time to get back on track and get in the win column. Let's tidy some things up. All right? You know what to do, man. North Kentucky Canes leading the way. You know what to do. Give me in all caps. Go Canes, baby. Hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you guys.